The question that I keep getting is, am I gonna actually be upgrading to the current Sony A7 III or wait for the up and coming Sony A7s III? And my answer is no. So I used to do music. One of the lessons that I've learned from that whole experience is often limiting the amount of gear you have will actually push you creatively. Currently, the A7 III is priced at about $2,000. The A7s II, I believe brand new, is still going for about $2,400. I expect that to change. I expect the A7s II to keep dropping in price strictly because I can't see anybody purchasing the A7s II over the A7 III at this point. I believe the only added benefit they say with the A7s II over the A7 III is that the A7s II has better low light sensitivity versus the other cameras. But Sony A7s II came out in 2015. The Sony A7 III obviously coming out this year. So we're talking about a 3-year gap in between cameras, and you have to ask yourself, how much are you going to be shooting in low light situations where you feel like buying a 3-year-old camera is going to be worth it? So even right now, right, there's so much competition amongst the Sony cameras right now, which is a good thing. Like, all the cameras are really amazing. The A7 III, the A7R, the A7S series, the A9, there's so many cameras out there, so many options, and I think depending on what your niche is in either video or photography, Sony definitely has something for you, and that is amazing. However, the downside to what I'm seeing right now is how much further can we go, right? In reference to market share, right? The issue that I think is gonna happen is you have the Sony A7s II, you have the Sony A7 III, you also have the Sony A7s III that's allegedly supposed to happen between now and September. The Sony A7 III has 120 frames per second, no crop, a nice low light sensitivity, 4K, no dimmable screen. It has pretty much everything you could possibly want outside of 10-bit in a mirrorless camera. Sony has to figure out a way to pack new features into this camera without driving the price sky high. My guess is that it'll be somewhere in the range of $3,000 to $3,500. So at this price point, right, we're now creeping into the FS5. The FS5 is going for about $5,000. So we're only talking about roughly a $1,500 or $2,000 difference in between cameras. In the camera world, that's actually not a lot of money. And for me personally, even though these mirrorless cameras work wonders for video, they are still considered a still camera. If I'm going to upgrade my camera, I'm going to go the route of getting something that is a little more cinematic. And what I mean is, you know, looking at some of these newer cameras like the Kinfinity or maybe a Red, I really want to get into short films. And if I'm going to be making the leap in terms of upgrading my camera, it's going to be a big leap. So ultimately for me, this camera does everything I needed to do. There are a bunch of features that other cameras have that I would love. I would love to have 120 frames per second. I would love to have 10-bit. I would love for my screen to not dim. Shoot 4K, but I don't need that. I don't need all these features to create dope content. Like, I'm totally fine with what I have until I see a cinema camera that's really worth making a jump for. I'm gonna keep on rocking with the Sony A7s II, not upgrading. No Sony A7s III, no Sony A7 III. A7s II is good enough. Anyway, hope you guys like the video. Go ahead and like, subscribe. Instagram, Twitter. Nobody tweets me, bro. Like, y'all wanna have like a Twitter dialogue? Do people not do that anymore? It's not a thing? Okay. I just feel like tweet me. Does that sound right? It's not tweet me. Twitter me. Tweet. No, that's not cool. All right.